Oh look, another red emergency cord that doesn't meet building regulations. As a reminder, these are supposed to dangle freely, unobstructed to reach the floor, so if a disabled person falls, they can pull it and get assistance. They can't do that if it's tangled around the handle. The upside was I found this sticker on the hand dryer.
Gatwick Airport as an autistic person. Now, Gatwick was very busy and overwhelming. Normally, staff recognise I have a hidden disability from the sunflower lanyard and offer assistance. That was not the case today. I couldn't find special assistance check-ins, so then missed gaining access to my reasonable adjustments. The only way to get through disabled security was with a staff escort, which I didn't have. I was getting increasingly overwhelmed, which made asking for help harder. I knew I needed to ask for support. On this side of security, I knew where special assistance was, so I approached the desk. I kinda just stood there trying to get my words out, which weren't coming. The lady asked for my boarding pass, saw I should have special assistance and arranged it for me. At Gatwick, they assign one member of staff to support multiple disabled passengers on the same flight. We all got the buggy to the gate together. Having a staff member with me assured I got the accommodations I needed, which so far I hadn't got. Normally, this isn't an issue because all staff should have training on hidden disabilities and the sunflower lanyard. Sadly, that was not the case today. I do have to say though, when I did get support, the staff were very kind, patient and helpful. Overall, my journey through Gatwick was difficult, and I wish I didn't have to get so overwhelmed before I got support.
There's 3 things you can probably do in your daily life to help wheelchair users.
The first one is just when you're walking about the place to keep an eye on what's in front of you. So a lot of the time when people are looking at their phone, they glance up and down every now and again to check that there's not anyone walking, but they don't look down. And so their phone is blocking their vision of seeing a wheelchair user coming towards them, because the amount of time someone's been on their phone, they've been glancing up and down, and they've still walked into me. Just keep an eye out on your surroundings, basically. This is the worst one. If your dog has done a poo on the pavement, please clean it up properly. A, teach them to poo elsewhere, not on the pavement. B, if they have pooed on the pavement, clean it up properly. Wheelchair users do not have the option of jumping or hopping over a poo. We literally have to wheel through poo. And if you're a manual wheelchair user, that involves getting poo on your wheels, which is right where you put your hands. It's disgusting. Like, it will ruin someone's day if they have to do that. The last one is just if you ever see those like fold out metal signs that they put on the pavement to like direct you somewhere, if you can move them as far off to the side as you can so that there would be space for a wheelchair user to still get through, that would be amazing. We often can't get past them, and it's also really difficult for someone in a wheelchair / impossible to actually physically move them. So if they can be put to the side, then that would be an amazing bit of accessibility. I've got a few things like this, so I'm going to make another video.
Oh, sorry, I'm actually blind. That's a sentence I have to say a lot as a blind person. Once I was in the gym minding my own business on a machine doing whatever exercise, and I hear someone a few meters away say, "Oh, do you like the view?" I'm thinking to myself, uh-oh, we've got a bit of a gym creep here. I wonder what idiot is looking at this poor woman, making her uncomfortable. I don't hear a response from whoever she's talking to, but then I hear again, much closer to me now, "Did you hear me? Why are you staring at me?" Now, I don't look stereotypically blind, but one thing I do, especially when I'm focusing, is just stare into the distance. And it turns out that I was unfortunately staring right at this woman while she was doing her exercise. I replied to the woman, who's now inches from my face, all up in my area. I say, "I'm very sorry, didn't mean to make you feel uncomfortable. I'm actually blind. I was not staring at you, I was staring at nothing." She's not having any of it. She tells me to shut up, calls me a creep, storms off, gets a gym worker. I plead my innocence to them, but they are not listening to me. I was removed from the gym that day. The gym should be a safe space where everyone feels comfortable, but I promise you, not every guy in the gym is a creep.
Oh, these aren't homemade. They were made in a factory. A bomb factory. They're bombs.
Get ready with me in my rollator with my feigning spells in my downstairs bathroom for a family get-together. That was a mouthful, but anyway, I wanted to kind of conserve my energy today. So instead of wasting energy that I will need for later, I just decided to stay downstairs and do my makeup here. Planning things with family, or just planning in general, is extremely hard with my feigning spells, because they are very unpredictable, and I never know if that's going to be a bad day or not. I was definitely having a harder time this morning. As you can see, I just had a feigning spell here, but I actually recovered pretty fast. But I was still feeling pretty rough though, and my heat intolerance was definitely kicking in, so my mom actually got me this like really cute little fan. It's pretty damn and powerful. Like, I was actually feeling pretty good after using that. I made this face here because lower lash mascara is like so nerve-wracking for me with my functional tics. I never know when they're gonna come in, so it's like I don't want to smear it everywhere. I used my little fan again to kind of cool off. Did some of the last finishing touches, and this is the final look. I was very lucky today because this was definitely one of my better symptom days.
Hello everyone, today is the third video of my series of testing out tools for disabled artists. All of these tools are linked in my bio under art supplies I recommend. These are the Matic SP AbleWear Ring Writer Clips. These blue plastic rings come in 3 sizes to fit a variety of fingers and attach to pens and pencils to provide stability while allowing for a more precise grip for those with arthritis, limited dexterity, and gripping difficulties. What I especially like about these is that they can be used right or left-handed. I decided to use them with my Prismacolor colored pencils and a watercolor brush for some sketching. So far as my impressions go, they are very comfortable and do a good job of holding your tools in place. Something to note though is that if you plan on using anything larger than a brush or a pencil, such as markers, these rings will not be able to accommodate them.
Thanks for calling the salon. How can I help you? Hi. I'd like to make an appointment. Okay. What are you looking to have done? Okay, what are you looking I'm looking to get a balayage. Okay. Are you looking to see any particular stylist? Are you looking to... Hello? Any particular stylist? Hello? Hello? So annoying. Oh. Not again. What's wrong? Who was that? Some girl on the phone. Like, I don't even think it was a real call. Like, she was taking like 10 seconds to answer every single time I said something. Like, come on. Seriously? So annoying. Oh, I mean, was she deaf? What? No, she was talking on the phone. Obviously, she wasn't deaf. She might be using an app where the subtitles come up on her phone, telling her what you're saying, so she has to read them before she responds. That's a thing? That is a thing. Yes, lots of deaf people use that. You don't use that. I've tried things like that before in the past on my cell phone, but no, I've never used it here simply because it would take me too long to be able to talk on the phone when I'm busy taking clients. So that's why I just don't answer the phone here. Oh. Yeah, deaf people have a horrible problem with people just hanging up on them because they're taking too long to reply, because they're trying to read what you're saying. Okay, I guess I should call her back, probably. Yeah, probably should.
This video is going to show the 3 different ways I've been taught to get off the floor as a T10 paraplegic. Step number 1 is obviously to get onto the floor. This first method is the easiest way to do it, where I transfer onto a different surface such as this couch. I take the cushion off to make it as low as possible and then transfer onto the other cushion. It's kind of difficult to get up onto the other cushion, but you just scoot your way up and then I transfer into my chair. I took my wheelchair cushion off as I don't have a cover on it and it was sliding all over the place, but you can also do this to make your chair lower to the ground. I find this next method the hardest, but some people find it easier. You get onto your knees and then just lift yourself up. I struggle to get balance in this position, but I was able to pretty well, and then I just turn myself and plop into my chair. This method I think takes the most core strength, and then the last method, which is the one I do the most often, takes the most arm strength by far. I find this easiest, but most people don't. I just lift myself up and pull myself back into my chair.